Are you struggling with bird photography? Do you want to get close to the birds and capture better and sharp photos? If so, you are in the right place. Today I'm here to help you improve your bird photography skills. I have been photographing birds for quite some time now, and in this guide I will share my techniques for locating birds, getting close to them, composing great shots and choosing the right camera settings. While there isn't a one-size-fits-all guide to bird photography, I will show you what works best for me in the wild. From this, you can develop your own approach and enhance your photography skills. So let's start from the beginning. Whenever I have a specific bird in my mind, I always begin by studying it. I research online to gather information about the bird's behavior, their diet, and their preferred environment. Understanding these aspects is crucial because it helps me determine where to look for the bird. For example, if I want to photograph a kingfisher, I know that they feed on fish, which gives me a good idea of where to start my search. Kingfishers are often found around rivers and lakes, so I decided to head to a local lake as these are usually ideal habitats for them. The next step is to visit the location. I start by going for a walk, find a quiet spot and settle down nearby. Birds are most active in the morning, so I recommend getting up early for the best chances of spotting them. Once you are there, watch and listen closely for any signs of the bird you are looking for, such as calls or songs. With enough practice, you will be able to identify different birds just by their calls. Once you find your bird, spend some time observing it and try to identify any patterns in its behavior. For example, a kingfisher will most likely fly and perch on its favorite branches, positioned just above the water. After observing, try to move closer to those spots. Move slowly and avoid sudden movements. Take a brief glances at the bird and observe its behavior. If it starts to look alert, pause for a moment and try to take a photo or just wait. Once the bird seems calm again, you can continue. Each bird species has its own alert distance. Larger birds like herons or buzzards often fly away as soon as they see you, while smaller birds may let you get much closer. If you are still having trouble getting close, consider using bird hide. I have found that the best way to get close to some birds is to set up a hide near places they often move around. Now we finally get to the photography part. I always say, it's better to get one good photo than 10 bad ones. What I mean by that is that you should always think about your composition. Set up your camera correctly and visualize how you want your photo to look before you take the shot. Sometimes moving your camera just slightly can completely change the feel of the photo. Here is a simple tip to improve your composition. Try to have your camera at the same height as your subject. This one simple trick can dramatically enhance your photos. And your photos will go from this to this, just by changing the perspective a bit. Choosing the correct settings is essential for a good photo. You need to become comfortable with your camera. Some people may insist on using manual mode exclusively and claim you are not a real photographer if you don't do. But I believe you should use whatever works best for you. Here is an example of what I use and what yields good results for me. I start by setting my camera to manual mode with auto ISO. For focusing, I use continuous mode because birds are constantly moving. Faster shutter speeds are better for moving birds, but if a bird is perched on a branch, you can go as low as 100 of a second to avoid increasing your ISO too much. If your photos aren't sharp as you would like, try closing your aperture slightly. I have a lens with maximum aperture of 5.6, but I usually shoot at f8 or f10, especially when using teleconvectors. This gives me a lot better results. So, these are the steps I typically follow to capture some great bird photos. From here, it's all about patience. We can do everything right and still not get the perfect shot, because we can't control birds' behavior. We need to be persistent, try and try again, experiment with different angles, different settings, and only then we will capture the perfect shot. So, good luck on your next hunt, and don't be disappointed if it doesn't work out. You just have to try again.
Yeah, this right here might be a nice place to set up. There is a good ground, sturdy ground, and also, you know, these branches right here, they are not that high. They are in my eye level right here and just above the water, so I might be able to catch a kingfisher, you know, diving for a fish or something similar to that.